The rhythmic clang of glass bottles echoed through the brewery, a counterpoint to the whirring machinery.
And then, there's the Lego store. Biggest one I've ever seen, right in the Mall of America.
Please. West Edmonton Mall has a pirate ship. A full-sized pirate ship, Jeremy. And a water park. And mini golf.
Okay, the pirate ship is cool. But Mall of America has Nickelodeon Universe. Roller coasters inside a mall. Beat that?
This weekend, I'm taking you to West Edmonton Mall. Prepare to be amazed.
Deal? I'll even buy you a Bevertail.
Evan watched from across the brewery floor, admiring their speeding camaraderie. He found Tina's quick wit and fiery spirit particularly captivating. He'd been meaning to ask Jeremy about her, but the timing never seemed right.
Excuse me a moment.
Back at the boxing station, the easy banter continued, oblivious to Evan's inner turmoil.
Thanks, JR. You're the best.
Unseen by Tina and Jeremy, Evan returned, a grim expression settling on his face. Dr. Mason's words echoed in his mind. Evan, my boy, sometimes you have to be bold. Seize the day, as they say. He watched as Jeremy and Tina continued their playful argument, his heart sinking with each shared smile. He had to do something. But what? Unseen by Tina and Jeremy, Evan returned, a grim expression settling on his face. Dr. Mason's words echoed in his mind. Quote, Evan, my boy, sometimes you have to be bold. Seize the day, as they say, as, quote, he watched as Jeremy and Tina continued their playful argument, his heart sinking with each shared smile. He had to do something. But what?
Hey, you two. Busy?
Just finishing up. What's up, Evan?
Hey, Evan. Everything all right?
Just curious. I've seen you together a lot lately. So I was wondering, what's the deal?
Jeremy and Tina exchange a look. A blush creeps up Tina's cheeks.
Tina's my girlfriend.
That's right.
Evan's stomach drops. He forces a smile, trying to mask his disappointment.
Oh, great. Good for you. And your relationship is strong?
Jeremy's my hero. He's saved me more times than I can count.
She's exaggerating, but yeah, we're good.
Evan's heart sinks. He feels a pang of jealousy, a bitter taste rising in his throat. He pushes it down, plastering a fake smile on his face.
Right. Just curious. Mason's been acting a little strange lately, have you noticed? Anyway, gotta run. Catch you later.
The brewery hummed with activity, oblivious to the silent war raging in Evan's heart. He reaches Jada, Mason, who answers with his usual boisterous greeting.
Doc, it's Evan. Listen, I need a favor. I need you to look into someone for me. A Jeremy. He's with Tina.
Dr. Mason's jovial tone shifts, replaced by a quiet intensity.
Over the phone, consider it done, my boy. I'll get you everything I can on this. Jeremy.
Evan hangs up, a flicker of hope igniting within him. He watches Tina and Jeremy from afar, a dark resolve hardening his gaze. Dr. Mason would help him. He would have Tina. It was only a matter of time. The brewery's clatter slowly faded as the last kegs were cleaned and the staff trickled out. The Alberta sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the parking lot. Tina and Jeremy walked to their car, a comfortable silence settling between them after a long day. Kite and Alex trailed behind, discussing the subtle nuances of Dry, Mason's behavior. Steve watched them from the doorway, a thoughtful frown etching itself onto his face.
That was weird, right? Evan asking about us like that.
Yeah, and Drive? Mason's right-hand man, the brewery's supervisor, asking about our relationship? What's that about?
Speaking of weird, did you guys see Steve's face after I told him about what happened with that drunk guy? He looked like he wanted to punch somebody.
Mason took care of it, right? Told the creep to scram?
Yeah, told him he wasn't welcome back. Said sexual harassment isn't tolerated in his establishment. Which is good.
They reached the safe house, a modest ranch nestled amongst the rolling hills. Inside, Steve gestures towards the living room table strewn with laptops and notepads.
All right, team. Report time. Let's get everything down before we grab some dinner.
Jeremy and Tina relay their brewery observations, noting the ZLIUM storage and the supervisor's unusual questions. Kate pulls Steve aside, her voice low.
Steve, something happened at the bar. One of the patrons, he got a little hands-wide. Slapped my ass while I was getting his beer.
Steve's jaw clenches. He feels a surge of protective anger coursing through him.
What? Did Mason do anything?
He told the guy to leave, said that kind of thing isn't tolerated in his bar. But still.
Good. At least he had the decency to kick the creep out. I'm glad he looked out for you. What a jerk. That guy. I'm sorry. Kate, anything I can do?
No, I don't know. Just, what if it happens again?
Tell Drive, Mason, like you did. He dealt with it appropriately, and there's nothing more anyone can do. Do not handle those situations by yourself. Get help from others. And let me know right away.
The hum of the server room fades as Kate steps into the cool night air. The unfamiliar scent of pine needles fills the air, a stark contrast to the sterile environment she's accustomed to.
Everything all right?
Just out of my element. Used to being behind a computer screen, not this.
I know the feeling. Never been this far from home before. Longest I've ever been away from my friends and family.
How'd you get mixed up in all this anyway?
My dad, he was one of the lead organizers for that Convoy for Freedom thing in Ottawa. He wanted me to get involved.
They went pretty quiet when the Americans started occupying cities, didn't they?
I don't know. Things got confusing. There was a new organization, and my dad wanted me to join after the fact.
The crickets chirp, filling the silence between them.
Army brat. Always wanted to use my skills to help, support my country. Got caught up in General Thompson's new team. Never looked back.
I'm going to help end this. Bring Canada back to its senses.
Kate studies him for a moment, a flicker of something unreadable in her eyes. The unexpected gesture leaves Alex speechless.
Good night, Alex.
Alex stands alone under the vast Canadian sky, the warmth of her kiss lingering on his skin.
From this moment on, this is my family. No more movements.
Inside, Steve looks up from a map spread across the table.
You seem happier, Alex. Something change?
Kate, she kissed my cheek. I swore an oath right there under the stars. I won't follow blindly anymore.
Glad to hear you're maturing, son.
Took a kiss to turn a child into a man, huh?
Good night, everyone.
Told Kate she'd find love. Seems Alex is smitten.
Must be the season of love, eh?
Too bad Kira isn't here to celebrate with us.
The mention of Kira hangs heavy in the air.
She'll be back soon, after her dialysis. We need to finalize the plan for tomorrow. Jeremy, Tina, you to start at the brewery. Try to locate the Zell IUM storage. Kate and Alex, you're at the bar. Keep an eye on Drive. Mason, and try to get your hands on a sample of that log driver's waltz beer.
Any idea how we're supposed to get a sample without, you know, becoming singing lumberjacks?
I have a few ideas. Let's just say Drive. Mason won't know what hit him.
The liquid inside shimmers in ominous green.
What is that?
Something to make our jobs a little easier.
I'm not going to allow anyone to take anything unless it will stop the effects of the Zell IUM.
The Green Fairy has a reputation. Hallucinations, extreme highs, not exactly conducive to a covert operation.
We should order some black salt. For protection, you know. Hey, how about we go to the West Edmonton Mall this weekend? Blow off some steam.
Sounds fun. But let's not spend all day there. We've got a mission to focus on.
What's so spectacular about this mall, anyway?
It's got everything. A fun zone with that roller coaster, you know. The one that's taken a few lives plus a water park, a pirate ship, a skating rink. Countless restaurants and stores. You name it, they've got it.
Can't wait.
Suddenly feeling less proud of the Mall of America.
Wait, that roller coaster actually killed people? And it's still running?
Yep. Canadians love the classics even if they're a little lethal. I'll ask General Thompson to send some black salt through the mail. Now, about that brewery.
Safe House there grapples with a strange mixture of anticipation and fear. The mission weighs heavily on it. The impending danger casting a long shadow. Outside, the Alberta wind howls, mournful soundtrack to
Jeremy, Tina, you'll infiltrate the brewery first thing tomorrow. Locate the Zell IUM storage. Prioritize getting samples of that tainted beer.
And how are we supposed to obtain those samples without, you know, turning into a chorus line of singing lumberjacks?
I have a plan for that. It involves a little mysterious. Alex and I will handle Drive. Mason at the bar. We need to confirm the connection between the log driver's waltz, the Zell IUM beer, and the hypnotic suggestions. Acquire a sample of that in tainted Zell IUM beer Drive. Mace and give O'Leary.
Alex, having arrived earlier that day after a debrief with Thompson, sits silently, observing the exchange. The events of the past few days, the brig, Paul's manipulation, his his father's involvement weigh heavily on him. He reaches for a glass of water, his hand trembling slightly.
We come to
It's just... Synthesizing cell IUM is unpredictable. One wrong move and... boom.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Alex, for now, focus on getting that sample. All right, team. Let's get some rest. Big day tomorrow.
The safe house settles into an uneasy quiet. The weight of the mission hangs heavy in the air, punctuated by the occasional creak of the old house. Outside, the Alberta wind continues its mournful song. The next morning dawns crisp and clear. The team disperses according to plan. Jeremy and Tina to the brewery, Kate and Alex to Mason's bar. Steve drops them off, a palpable tension in the car.
So, how exactly are we supposed to get these samples without, spontaneously bursting into song about floating logs?
Relax, Jeremy. Kate has a plan. Besides, a little Canadian folk music never hurt anyone. Right?
Just be careful and stay in contact.
Steve drives off, heading to the local store to pick up a few supplies. He returns to the safe house, a brown paper bag crinkling in his hand. Inside, 4 innocuous containers of black salt. His mind races replaying Kate's words from earlier. Steve circles back past Mason's bar. Kate emerges, slipping into the passenger seat. She holds up her phone, displaying an analysis of the beer.
Steve, take a look at this. Dr. Mason's been experimenting.
What am I looking at here? Some kind of honeysuckle extract?
Exactly. It seems honeysuckle extract clings to the Zell IUM molecules, amplifies its potency, makes it more receptive to the hypnotic suggestions. Here's the untainted sample from O'Leary.
Steve cautiously takes the vial, a thoughtful expression on his face. His hand reaches into the brown paper bag and retrieves a container of black salt.
Let's see what this does.
Steve raises the vial to his lips, hesitates for a moment, then drinks the fizzing mixture. He then asks his phone to play the log driver's waltz.
Play the log driver's waltz. Well, I'll be. Kate, you did good work. This black salt, it neutralizes it. So, about that uniform. You really want to burn it?
Absolutely. It seemed too much.
All right. You earned it.